Hi everyone, welcome once more. Today we are starting to look at the 2018 practical exam for the grade 9s. This is day 1 and we are looking at set A. So in set A we have two questions. The first question deals with Microsoft Excel. The second question deals with Microsoft Word. But as for now, we are going to start with set A, question 1, Microsoft Excel. So these are instructions. One says there are two questions in this paper. Answer both. These are the instructions or the questions that I'm just talking about. There are two. One Excel and the other one is Word. So carry out every instructions in each step. So we should answer them step by step. We shouldn't skip a certain question because that would just add confusion, and each question is built upon the previous question. Okay, so we should make sure that we follow the order of the questions as they have been given. Instruction 3 says make sure that your name, examination number, school center name are typed at the top of every printout, of which we will do that when we look at inserting these details in the header. 4 says at the end of the examination print out your work, of which this is because this is a practical exam, so we need to print out whatever we have managed to do in Excel or Word. 5 says do not write anything on your printouts. And of course, cell phones are never allowed in the examination room. So let us start with answering of the questions. Question 1 reads as follows. This is the instruction. You are required to use Microsoft Excel spreadsheet for this question. So that's the instruction. A says open a new worksheet and type your examination number and school center name in the header. So let us locate Microsoft Excel in our programs. Just type Excel and hit enter as soon as you see the program displayed. So now what we need to do is open a blank workbook. So click where it says open blank workbook, and this is our workbook. Okay, let us look at the question. The question says open a new workbook and type your examination number and school center name in the header. So let us go back to Microsoft Excel, and you can choose either the method I'm going to show you now or the one that follows after it. So the first method is go to the insert tab and go where it says header and footer. Left click there and you shall be able to enter your details in the header. Okay, you can use that method, or you can use this method, and we can go here below where it says that page layout. If you left click there, you should be able to access the same place to insert your header and footer. So let us enter our details. I'm just going to type my name. Add a space to separate your name from your examination number. So my examination number for just this video is, as always, just this ordinary number, random numbers. Then I had a space, then I just typed a center number. In your case, you should type your school name. As you see, our name and all our details have been displayed. Go back by going below here where it says normal view, and let us carry on with the questions. Before we carry on with the question, I emphasize that we save our work. In case there is any disturbance or interruption, just go where it says file, save as, and let us just save it on the desktop. Click where it says desktop and just save it. Let me just save it book 1 and hit save, and it has been saved as book 1. Let us go back to the questions. The following question, which is B, says that create the worksheet below. So we need to type this worksheet below, and then we should carry on with the rest of the questions. As for this video, I'm going to skip to the part where I have already typed all this, and we shall carry on with the rest of the questions below. Okay, I am done with typing all of my details. We can just adjust it accordingly. So let us just click and drag to adjust the text accordingly, and just double click here, and let us just make sure that all our text is displayed properly. Let us just compare it with like so, and minimum, total max. Okay, we are done with the typing. Hit Ctrl S to save your work. Let us go back to the questions. Question 1, which is I, says complete the worksheet by entering the following data. So this is the data that we are supposed to enter. So this is the name, Chakupupa J. This belongs to this part where it says student name, this column. So in the column where it says student name, we should type the names of the students. Then test 1, which is this column, we should type these details, which is 71, 69, 83, and all that stuff, and 41. Then where it says end of term test, here we should type the rest of the marks. So as I did for the rest of the worksheet, I'm going to skip the part where I type all this, and we are going to carry on with answering the rest of the questions below. Okay, I'm done with typing our details. As you can see, I've typed the names, and I've also typed the marks for test 1, and I've also typed the end of term test marks. So we can do as we did last time. We can just double click here in the middle of the columns, and it should be able to adjust the width for us automatically. And hit Ctrl S to save your work, and let us go back to carry on with the answering of the questions. Question 2 says change the font of the labels in cell range A1 to D5 to Times New Roman. So what they mean is we need to change the font of these labels from A1, which is this cell, all the way to what? To D5, which is here. All we have to do is go where it says font, and just click inside there and type times. As you can see, it is already displayed in full. All you have to do is just press the enter key, and it shall be displayed in that font, as you can see in the question. Let us just adjust the width. Let me zoom in, and we can adjust. I think there is no adjusting except for this part. So go between the columns and just double click, and it should be able to adjust the width for you. Hit Ctrl S to save your work. Let us go back to the questions. Question 3 says type the formula in cell D2 to calculate the total marks scored. So where is D2? D2 is here. This is cell D2. So we need to find the formula to calculate the total marks. So all we have to do is press the equal to sign, and then we add this mark for end of term and this mark for test 1, and that way we'll be able to find the total marks scored. So all we have to do is type the cell address for this, which is B2. Okay, as you can see, I've clicked it, so we have selected B2. Then we add, so we press the plus symbol, the addition symbol, then we add the end of term test mark, and we hit enter, and that way we have added the marks for test 1 and the end of term test marks, which is 71 plus 53 equals 124. So let us go back to the questions. It says on question 4, reproduce the formula in cell D2 through to cell D5. So this formula in D2 that we are from entering, we need to enter it in all the remaining 3 cells here below. So in order for us to do this effectively, we're going to use the autofill feature. So just take your cursor below. When it changes into a plus icon, just click and drag all the way to D5. And the marks for these have been added to 97. The marks for this has been added to 152, and the marks for this has also been added to 137. So as you can see, we are done with the question. Let us go back. What is question 5 saying? Question 5 is saying that insert the function in cell C7. Which is cell C7 here? Cell C7 is here. This is the cell address, okay? So in that cell address, we need to insert a function to calculate the minimum total marks. So these are the total marks, okay, as you can see. So of these numbers, these sets of numbers, which one appears to you as the lowest number? The lowest number is here, not so. This is the minimum value. So now we need to find it mathematically. We need to type a formula or a function here that will be able to give us the value which is low, the lowest value. Okay, so what do we need to do before we start with the typing? We need to use the main function or the minimum function. Okay, so just click in here and double click it, and we can type the equal to sign and then type min for minimum, double click the function name and just drag the sets of values. Okay, so this is the range of values that we want the main function to find the lowest value. All we need to do now is add the closing bracket and hit enter. And as you can see, the mean value or the mean function has determined that of these list items or these values, the lowest number is 97, which is the value that has been displayed. So let us go back to the questions. What is question 6 saying? Question 6 saying delete row 6. So let us go back to the worksheet. This is column or row 6, I mean. This is row 6. We need to delete row 6. So all you have to do is click that row number and right click it. Then go where it says delete. And as you can see, the row has been deleted. Let us go back to the questions. Question 7 says sort the data in column A in descending order. So this is the data in column A. This data, the names of the student. We need to sort them in what order? In a descending order. Okay, so we are talking about alphabets here. As you can see, we have names that start with the letter C, letter K, letter T, and another letter T. So what I mean by descending order is this. The letters that are at the end of the alphabet, such as Z and all that stuff, should be displayed on top. Then those letters that are at the first of the alphabet, such as A, B, C, should be displayed below. That will mean that our names have been displayed in a descending alphabetical order. Okay, so let us just click and drag the names. Then under the home tab here in the editing group, you can see something that says sort and filter. Left click there and go where it says A to Z or low to high. Click that and you'll be given a warning message. So what this is suggesting is that when we sort these names, do we want their values to also sort along with the names? Yes. We don't want to sort only the names. We also want to sort the names all together with their marks as well. So we are going to enable, as you can see, it is already selected by default. We need to expand our selection. and go where it says sort. And as you can see, those names with letters that are furthest or at the end of the alphabet have been displayed on top. Then those names with letters that are at the first of the alphabet have been displayed below. So that's the sorting of our names. Let us go back and look at question 8. Insert a row above row 1 and type the following heading: mathematics test results, in cell B1. Okay, so we need to insert a row above row 1. So click where it says row 1 and right click it. After right clicking, go where it says insert, and we have inserted a row. Now the question says that in cell B1 we need to type mathematics test results. So let us click where in the cell address B1. This is the cell address, and just type mathematics test results. Okay, we are done with the typing. What's the other requirement? Merge and center the cell range A1 to D1 and change the font size of the heading to 18 pts. So A1 to D1, we need to merge these cells. So in the home tab here under the alignments group, go where it says merge and center and left click it, and the cells have been merged. What else? We need to change the title or the heading to 18 points. Click where it says 18, and as you can see, we have done whatever has been required of us to do. Let us now go back to the questions. Question 9 says we have already attempted question 9. Question 10, the last question, says apply gray shading to the merged cells. Okay, let us go back to Excel. So these are the merged cells, not so. We need to apply a gray shading. So here in the fonts group where it says fill color, just click the drop down list and we'll be able to see where we can change our shading from. Let us just choose this shading here, and as you can see, the gray shading has been applied. Go back to the questions. What is the last step? We have been told to show formulas and print our worksheet. So here in the formula tab, we can see somewhere in the formula heading it says show formulas. So left click there, and as you can see, whatever cell has the formulas inside them is now showing the formula instead of the value. And that is the end of the questions. What is left now to do for us is just to clean up our worksheet. So let me just go in the page layout, and we are going to clean our worksheet from there. So as you can see, this worksheet has multiple pages. It has this page here, this page, and we are only required to have one page, not so. So let us just shrink ourselves by just double clicking in the middle of the columns, and it should be able to adjust the width, or we can do it just manually. We can do it manually. We can just shrink them manually, and we'll see what will happen. I think that's about it. We have managed to clean our worksheet. Let us go back to the normal view, and all we are left to do is go in the file tab and go where it says print, and when you click where it says print, the print preview shall be displayed, and you'll be able to see how your document will look like on the actual paper. So this is how our document will look like on the actual paper when we print it. As you can see on top, it's displaying our name, examination number, and our school center name. Okay, so that's it. All we are left to do now is hit here where it says print, and our worksheet shall be printed. Just click here, and everything will be done for you. The next video will involve us dealing with Microsoft Word, which will be very interesting. As always, we are going to be learning a lot and lots of stuff. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a nice day.